think this is video number 6, and it's a very exciting story tonight. We're talking about Noah. Remember, Noah was like 4 or 5 generations from Adam. After Adam had Seth, so that's one. Then Seth had Enosh, and Enosh had Kenan. Kenan had Mahalalel. Mahalalel had Jared, and then Jared had Enoch, and then Enoch had Methuselah, and Methuselah had Lamech, and then Lamech had Noah. And Noah was 500 years old when he had his children. He had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 3 sons. And they had wives. And it was a time, there was a lot of people on the earth then, from all those people that we named. They all had children, and the earth was very populated. But remember Cain and Cain's family? So there was a lot more people. And so there was some evil people. Everybody was evil. There was a lot of violence going on, bad stuff going on, and God was not happy. The people were just being bad. They were stealing and killing and a lot of violence. It was a bad thing. And God, he said, I'm sorry I even made man. But he looked and he saw Noah. And Noah was good. And the Bible says Noah was righteous, which means that he was doing the right things. He wasn't perfect, because no human is perfect, but he was doing all the right things. He was being kind. He was doing whatever God told him to do. And so God came to him, and God said, Noah, I want you to build a big boat. And I mean, this boat is going to be big. It's going to have 3 stories. And let's see, it was going to be 450 feet long and 75 feet wide and 45 feet high. Now you think about how high that is, because your ceiling, usually most ceilings are like 8 or even 10 feet tall. So 45 feet. Wow. It's going to be 3 stories high. Somebody said that this was so big that 522 railroad cars could fit inside of it. It had 1 door on the side and it had a window. And it says that God came to Noah and told him to build this ark, that he was going to make it rain. And he was going to kill everything on the earth that was not inside the ark. And he said, I'm going to make a covenant with you and your sons. And a covenant is a promise to take care of you, a promise that you will be okay. And he said, no, I want you to bring in 2 of each kind of animal, 2 of every kind, a male and a female, so that when this is over, the earth can be repopulated. So even the insects came on the ark. Yuck. Everything that, all the birds, all the creeping things, every animal. And you know what? It was really miraculous how this happened, because God said, you don't have to go out and hunt these animals. They will come to you. And so it will be a male and a female, everything, except if they are a clean animal. Now, I'm not going to define here what a clean animal is, but clean animals are ones that I don't even know. We'll just say clean animal. I think it's like a cow or a goat. They're supposed to be clean. And birds that are not nasty. I'm not defining clean animals. Anyway, so it said they will come to you, and when he told him to get ready, he said, it's going to be 7 more days, and then I'm going to make it rain. So on that 7th day, he told Noah, it's time, and they loaded up the ark. And they had to bring all the food that they were going to need. And God told Noah it was going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. How much food do you need for over a month? And guess what else? You have to have enough food for even after, because just because it stopped raining doesn't mean that you can get off the boat yet. So when it stopped raining after 40 days and 40 nights, then they have to wait for the water to go down. And do you know how tall the water got? It covered even the mountains. So it was a pretty big flood. It covered the whole earth. It killed everything that was not in the boat. Well, you know what? I guess the fish survived probably. Everything that was in the water probably survived, but everything that crawled on the earth, if it wasn't in the ark, it died. But it says that the earth water lasted 150 days. 150 days is over 5 months. And it said 7 months later, the ark stopped floating and it rested on a mountain. And then Noah opened the window and he sent a raven out. And the raven flew here and there and everywhere. And I don't think that the raven came back. But it just said it flew here and there. And then he sent a dove out. And the dove went out and came back because she couldn't find anywhere to land. And then 7 days later, he sent the dove out again. And this time she came back with an olive leaf in her mouth. And you know what that told Noah? Things are growing again. And then in 7 more days, he sent her out again and she didn't come back. And then he was 601. Did I tell you he was 600 when they got on the ark? And now he's 601. So now the earth is all dried up, the water's all gone, and God told them they could get off of the ark. And God told Noah to go out and your family and take the animals off. And Noah was so happy that he and his family were okay, that he built an altar to the Lord and he sacrificed some animals and he praised God that they were okay. And God respected his offering. God was very happy with Noah. And God said, I'm making a promise to you, to your family, to all the rest of mankind, which is us. So this promise is for us, that he will never destroy the earth again. I want to get this right. He will never destroy the earth again with water as long as, while the earth remains. For seed time, harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. So all the seasons keep coming. The seasons keep coming as long as the earth is here, and God promises to never destroy the earth with water again. And he said, this will be a sign to you, the rainbow in the sky. When you see the rainbow, you can remember God's promise. And when God sees the rainbow, he remembers his promise. He doesn't forget. I think that's it. But that was a promise that God made to Noah and his sons and the family. And he said, even all the animals, it's a promise to even all the animals on the earth that were saved by the ark. And I'll tell you this later, but maybe you'll remember it from now, that the ark is a picture of Jesus, because the ark saved Noah and his family and the animals from the flood, just like Jesus dying on the cross saves us. I love you, and I will talk to you next time.